and time to do another unboxing and review of this. Another gaming mouse from Redragon, and this one's called the Inquisitor. The sound of that name, it actually sounds really cool. It's almost like a special, powerful knight from Dragon Age, doesn't it? Imagine this one walks by and then you all say, "All hail the Inquisitor," or "The Inquisitor has came back from a special quest." Now, let's quickly get down to business and open up this baby, see what is inside. I'm gonna see if I can cut it open. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There we go, it's open. I like my knives very sharp. So if you open up the box. Oh yeah, there we go. Like this. And then also, oh yeah, okay, so basically open up like this. So the whole face can come off. Okay, fantastic. So we do see, first thing you see when you open it up, it is in fact the mouse, but it looks like it has a plastic cover on to protect it. I like that. So let's quickly get this off. Okay. You do get some things with it. Of course, let's quickly take off the plastic. It's the plastic cover of the mouse. And then the mouse itself, we're gonna get to it right now. Let's quickly just put it down here. So basically this is the instruction manuals, as I can see. Well, it's just one instruction manual because it is only one item. So let's quickly take that out. Oh yeah. Okay, now basically for a mouse, look at this. Quite to read, actually, for a little mouse. Take a look what's inside further. As I can see, only inside some Teflon feet. And then, of course, look at this! It's a baby disc! Oh, they're so sweet! Oh, they're so cute!
I'm gonna die!
It almost looks like, you know, the ones from the future. You know those old movies that always had these baby discs? It almost looks like they're coming out of the future. But unfortunately, the future today, DVDs are indeed running out of the market.
Oh no!
Oh. It's not bad quality build, I must actually say. It does feel quite nice though. It doesn't have, like smooth edges, except of course even the front. It looks quite smooth and glossy. Further on, it doesn't look like that, but that's okay because it is modern. Turning it on and look at it, it looks really cool, doesn't it? I mean, look at the lights. I mean, the RGB, it looks fantastic. Straight back to business. This mouse does have 7 programmable buttons. On the box, it does say it has 8 buttons. Only 7 of them are programmable, but the 8th button is here at the bottom. It's the mode switch. Basically, all the buttons here are basically programmable. Let's start quickly with the left and right. I did some clicking earlier on. I must say I am comfortable with how it presses. I'm very happy with it. It's comfortable. It feels well. It has a good clicking feedback sound. It doesn't feel too heavy or too light or too sensitive to even press the buttons, both left and right. I guess that's why they also decided to give it a thin rubber strip instead of a thick one, almost like the one Pegasus has. A thin one in order to see the RGB. Now, I got a little bit worried in the beginning because, as you can see, because it's very thin, you always wondered, well, can you really scroll up and down, without having it slip from your fingers or so? But what they did was actually kind of smart. Take a look quickly here. As you can see, the rubber strip is a little bit pushed out in the middle. So no matter if you're holding it a little bit sideways, your finger will continue to touch the rubber, touching the grip that it has, and it will keep on scrolling. Now, these 2 buttons here are the DPI switches. Now, why would you say you need 2 switches? I mean, you just need one, right? I mean, one just to change the DPI speed. Well, this mouse, interestingly, it doesn't have a loop.
What does that mean?
Explaining it this way, the settings that it's on right now, let's see, okay, this is 500 DPI that's on right now. You can press it 5 times in order to increase to reach the maximum DPI that this mouse can achieve, which is 10,000. Okay, that's not bad at all. I am happy about that. So you're pressing it basically up, and up. Now, it cannot, if you do press it again, it only sticks to the maximum. So you have to decrease it. And that's where this button comes in. So one increases the DPI, other one decreases. Now on the side, as you can all see, here's the thumb buttons that you can use, for either forward or backward or whatever settings you want it. Again, you can make it via the software. Now there's only the thumb buttons on this side, which is the right side, and nothing on this side. You see that? That basically means it is a right form factor mouse, gaming mouse. But because of its body and it's so symmetrical, you can play with it either right hand or left hand. Now take a look at the quality build. As you can see, it's nice plastic. Actually, it's about the same toughness as the Pegasus. Good hard quality. That is very nice. On the side, you can see this nice little pattern right here. Now it's not rubber. It is actually just normal plastic that they just engraved a beautiful pattern like this on both sides. That's what I enjoy about it. Also from the end to the beginning, and then also you got these little grooves right here. Again, small grooves like a fish, but this one's got 4 of them. It's just to add a little bit of style. As we take a look at the bottom of this mouse, let's quickly see here. You got some more RGB right here. You got your Teflon feet, Teflon pads right here. Then of course you get the sensor. Now it's a very powerful sensor. As I mentioned before, the sensor has a DPI of 10,000. So yeah, this is really nice. Then of course you get the mode switch. Now the mode switch is basically if you made settings on the software to make sure you can change the buttons, how you want to set up your mouse, maybe for work or for gaming, and maybe want to change the mouse buttons or to change the speed of the scroll wheel, or the buttons reaction time or DPI, whatever it is. You program it via the software, and then instead of going to the software every single time, you just press this button for the mode. It loads the profile that you have that you've set up for, and you are ready to go. Enough with the mouse. Let's take a look at the software. So basically, this is the software that you do get on that small disk that was included on with the mouse. First, you can see immediately the general settings are there with all the buttons that you can change, been numbered, and then right next to it, it tells you what feature it does right now. Let's quickly take a look at the left click, see what features you can. Oh, that is a list. Wow. Cool. So basically it's got the basics. So if you are working in Office, you can even change this if you want to. Cut, copy, paste, select all, fine. You even print. I like that. Or if you want to be advanced, you can even work on, for example, the desktops or the browser home, browser backward, forward. So if you got the Internet Explorer on, for example, or just a normal Explorer, then you can even use the mouse feature by just with the left click button. Then you get, of course, get next to it acceleration. You can then change that if you want to. Your pointer speed, so basically it's the mouse, the pointer, how quick it travels. Your scroll speed, that's actually quite cool. If you do have a wheel, then you can use a scrolling wheel to scroll even faster if you want to. And then of course double click speed. And then of course your polling rate. The standard is 500 Hertz, but it can go up to 1000. The next tab is your DPI. This is basically where you change your DPI speed settings of your mouse. My first DPI is of course 1500, DPI 2, 1000, DPI 3, 2, all the way to 5, but you can change it up or down however you want to. What else is actually quite cool is you can actually change your DPI by not just having all of them enabled, but you can even disable them if you want to, and then just stick, if you are like me, stick to one DPI speed all the way for work, gaming, etc. Now the light tab, this is where the fun gets, is that these are the 7 colors that your mouse can produce, but you can take each color and then change the color if you want to. You can either have this one or this one. If you don't want the full red, you can do it with every single one. How cool is that? You can even change your brightness level if you want to, from low to high, even your breathing speed. Now the settings or the different effects of your LEDs is either breathing, or you can choose rainbow, which is the brightness level and the breathing speed. Your full lighted, that means it just shines bright and it doesn't do really any other effects, it's just full lighted. And then you get your wave, which is also cool. Your brightness and your breathing is basically the same as the effects that the mouse has right now. I believe that is in fact the wave it is in. Then you get go without trace, which is, well, basically just the brightness. Then you get reactive, and then you get flash. Flash is just basically the difference between reactive and flash. Flash only comes with a flashing speed. Reactive, nothing else, is just basically the brightness level. And then of course, if you want to, you can just turn the lights off altogether. But why do you want to do that? Okay, why? This is awesome. Okay, finish and clap. Basically in my language, it just means the end. That's it. After you've placed all your settings, at the bottom is the profile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is where you basically store your settings that you have made. And then later on, if you feel like you want to use those settings, you can just basically, at the bottom of the mouse, the mode switch button, one I just mentioned a little bit earlier on, you can press that. in order to get into the profile that you have set your mouse for, and then you'll be able to use it. You can do it with either of the profiles. If you have more than one profile, just keep pressing the mode switch until you reach the profile you wanted with the settings you wanted, depending of course what you want to do. Afterwards you made your settings, you can just basically either click it on save as, or if you wanted to load an old profile, you can just load one there, restore or reset all. If you have made a mistake, a little boo-boo, on any of the settings you have made, you can just say reset all. It basically clears out the profiles, all the profiles, and you can just start over again, only if you screwed up. And then of course you got your OK, cancel, and apply. So basically this is it from the software. I tell you what, let's go and do some gaming. What do you say? Now the one problem I did find, which is what I also believe is the only problem I could find, is after a while of gaming, you will begin to feel the mouse is slipping out of your hand. And that is because it has lack of side grip. You can see the pattern is very nice, very beautiful. I do like it. It's on both sides. As you can see, the pattern is basically engraved in the plastic, because that is plastic, but it is not engraved deep enough. So it doesn't really create basically a surface for grip. And after a while of gaming, it's not that you're going to detect it immediately. It's only after a while of gaming, intensive gaming, or let's say you are a graphic designer, you are working long hours, you can start, feeling a bit of slipperiness from the mouse. If they maybe have added, like let's say a thin piece of thin rubber, or grooves of rubber, or strips of it, then I think it would have actually helped quite a lot. And then there was another fault. I thought there was another fault, but it actually isn't. And that was basically this. I found that the mouse scrolling wheel of the mouse, it's actually have a little bit of play in it. Well, I didn't actually detect this while I was playing the game. I only saw it and then felt it as I was just, holding my finger on it, ready to switch another weapon. And I thought, okay, well, that's a bit of a build quality fault there.
What a bunch of crap!
But then something told me, go and experiment on another few mouses and gaming mouses and see if this also happens to them. And I did find a couple of gaming mouses and normal mouses that also has a bit of play in the scrolling wheel, and they work perfect. So this is not really a fault. This is basically how it was built. Now the good news is though, is that this mouse does perform very well. It also looks good. I didn't find problems with any of the buttons when I used them. Even when I did some customizing using the software, it was very easy. There was no stickiness or lagging or any delays in response times. And the buttons did feel comfortable to press. I was very, very happy with that. And now we are getting to the bonus of why you really want to buy this mouse, and it is the price. Usually with all the features that you all saw that comes included with this mouse, you would think the mouse will go somewhere like 650, 700 bucks. Looking at variation of prices, I did find that the cheapest price for this mouse does go for about 325 Rand. The most expensive one from this range, depending of course where you're shopping, is about 400 Rand. In US dollars, that is about $22 to $27, around there. Still under $30. Can you believe it? And all the features you get with this mouse. I mean, 10,000 DPI, RGB LEDs, programmable buttons, 7 of them. Cool, braided cable. I mean, look at that. And of course, the software that comes included with the mouse, so you don't have to go and download it, with so many customizable features to satisfy your imagination. So you can go crazy on setting up this mouse. And all of that, which is really good, does make the fault a little bit you know, sort of minimal. Later on at home or so, you can even customize it yourself. You can add some rubber pads even yourself. Now, for that price and for all that features, I have to be honest, I am really sold with this mouse. I would recommend buying it because I have tried other gaming mouses before that was even more expensive than this mouse, and it didn't even came with so many features. I am very impressed with it. I'm very happy of how it performed. It really got me. I would definitely go for this one because you really do get value for your money. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and also the notifications if you want to be the first to know the next video is released, and I will see you next time.